Thank you so much, Triyansha, and thank you for being with us and sharing everything that you had to say. Can we please have the multifaceted Gunit Cour? Love to hear everything that you do.
Good morning, everybody. So I am Gunit Kaur. So my story, if I would start, it would just be, I come from a family of doctors. My great-grandfather, father, everybody in my family are doctors, and a family of teachers. So once, I think I was in grade 9 or 10, and somebody asked me that आपको अपने पापा जैसे डॉक्टर बनना है. I said कि मैं किताबें पढ़ के डॉक्टर नहीं बनूंगी, मैं rehearsals करके डॉक्टर बनूंगी. So that was the time when that was my awakening moment, that yes, acting, being in front of that stupid box is what I want to be. And I won't deny calling it a stupid box, because at the end of the day, TV is a stupid box. So then when till class 9th I was in Mother's International, then I moved to Chandigarh, and there I took acting as my passion, and I thought that yes, this is the field where I want to make my career in. And I really thank my parents for being supportive with me, because in school I used to be the backbencher, and on stage I used to be the front row person. So that is where I got my whole passion from. And then I did NSG, TIE, and right now I'm pursuing my graduation. And while that time, how the social media actually helped me, I was 15 years old and I got this film Stupid 7 through social media. It was a Punjabi film released in Punjab and few areas of Delhi. And at that time, I just sent my profile and my pictures to the director, and I was found on Facebook. So whenever we went for the press conferences, he said that "Eh kudi sanu Facebook te labbi si." So that was something where social media helped me. And then in class 7th, there was a time where social media was one of, a sad story of my life. So when the Facebook and everything, it was new everywhere. I was I won't say a victim, but I would say I was part of this whole cyberbullying thing, where it was just a disaster for me to go to school every day, to face people, because I was perceived on Facebook with a lot of, inappropriate content. So that was the time where I started lagging from social media, and when I started to take up this field as my career, that yes, I want to take performing arts as my career, at that time I thought that no, social media is something really powerful for me. Right now, I have my play coming up this Friday, and it is just the social media that is helping me, because if you're a theatre actor, social media is the only way where you can put up your work, where people can see your work. And these days, in my field, nobody actually goes down to give auditions all over India, everywhere. You just need to send your audition clipping. So that is where social media really helped me. And like when I stand here right now, right in front of all these powerful people, and I was really impressed by your story. And you actually remind me one of those fashion designer sisters, those Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. So I think you might be getting that a lot. So they started the fashion brand, and I was really impressed by your story. Thank you so much. I am really thankful to my parents, because they let me out of the rat race. Whenever now, if I say something to my mom that, I want to do this, I want to do that, she still says, "Tu rat race mein kyun ja rahi hai? You are not meant for this rat race." And now, next week I'm heading to Bombay to give my career another boost. And again, it's my parents who have supported me throughout. And I'm really nervous right now also, because being an actor also, but still like standing right in front of this huge forum and talking to you people, it's a great pleasure. Thank you so much, and thanks a lot to Harbeen. Okay. Thanks a lot to Harbeen for having me here and giving me this pleasure to talk to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gunit, for your lovely compliment, and good luck for Bombay. I think you'll do fabulous. Now I'm really intrigued to know about a designer who does green clothing. Can we please have you here? Anita, I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hello, good morning. Thank you for inviting me. And we have heard a lot of daughters speak today. And I'm a mother. My daughter is here. And we both are partners. So I suppose I'm the new generation mother. I'll tell you a little bit about my background. I started a non-profit along with my husband 20 years back called Conserve India. And we tried various waste management programs because he was an engineer from Plenary. So we thought we'd be innovative. And we did composting, waste collection, but it didn't work. And then we got into a lot of plastic waste, and we started experimenting with plastic bags. And that's how we created a fabric. It's called handmade recycled plastic. It's also called Fabric for Change. And then we got into exports because the India market, we felt, was not ready for upcycled products and green products. And we became a fair trade company, went for export trade shows, and we became an export company because in our time, still brands had not arrived. Or at least we from the development world, we were not aware of what brands were, and like the social media was totally alien for us. So we got into like a wholesale exporters, which helped our project a lot because we had more than 300 rag pickers employed. We did training, skill development, made them into karigars, gave them factory jobs. And it has been a very successful model of social entrepreneurship. When we started initially, like I would handle the supply chain. I worked basically with the rag pickers and training them. I was part of the non-profit side, and my husband, who was running the export company, was for the profit side. But we both were running the same company. So people used to be really puzzled as whether we were non-profit, for-profit. But gradually, the vocabulary has increased in the last 10 years. So when we say now social entrepreneurs, it's like, okay, fine, we all know that. But yeah, this whole developing of this vocabulary has been a very important thing for us. For example, when we said our project has got all 3 bottom lines, people wondered, and even when we got our company evaluated, they only looked at our profits. And we said, what about the schools we run, the healthcare programs we run, what the NGO is bringing to the table? They said, no, like that is very good, you get your all impact assessment studies and all, but when it comes to evaluation, giving the dollars for the investor, he said, no, we just look at the profitable bottom line. So, well, at that point, we were also new to the social impact investor and things like that. We went along. And it's been a learning process, a great journey. Then we reached a point that we wanted to create our own brand because the material is very unique. And so we kind of decided to make into a project. My daughter Kanika has just launched it on the Lakme Fashion Week just last month. It's called Lifafa. And we make bags which are made from plastic bags and tire tubes, seat belts, all kinds of waste materials that's found in the waste stream. And in India, we are still not sure whether the market is there or not for these products. Because somehow, that feeling always comes, ye ganda hoega, smell to nahi aa rahi, like, lots of things. And we are not a MNC brand, like if it was, like, some good brand, it would have, but we are an Indian brand. One of the questions before us is that if we say that Lifafa is a Conserve India, which is an NGO, a social enterprise brand, Will it get more market space? Okay, publicity we may get it. But will people really spend money in buying a 3,000-4,000 rupee bag, which they would anyway in some other good brand? So it's a lot of challenges still before us, but it is always great to come to platforms like these, because it shows that the younger generation is motivated enough to come and join good brands. And of course, we left the decision to her because she did her engineering and then she did her MBA. So, any parent would feel like, get a good job, don't come into the social entrepreneurship. I mean, because it's a very risky and difficult line to be in. So, but then the decision was hers totally. And I think it's a great partnership because she comes with a lot of new, exciting ideas. And like she knows all about social media, which I hardly know. So it's a great learning, interesting, like when we went for this Lakme Fashion Week. And literally I was feeling really old because everybody was really young. And in India, they make you feel old. They call you auntie and stuff like that, I kept on saying, no, call me Anita, like trying to be cool. I was wearing cool clothes, but age shows. So then I told her, my nephew had also taken them also since we had the stall. I said, okay, I'm so disappearing because I realized that I had my own network and I love eco designs, I love vegetable dyeing. I mean, there's so many things I'm still so passionate about. So I said, I'm not starting at the stall because I don't know, it was just, everybody was uneasy with me around. So then I had good fun, and then we had the fashion show. And I was really nervous because we are not really brand. And there I realized you've got to have celebrities. The media would keep asking, who's the celebrity with you? And no, we don't have any celebrity because we have Delhiites. And Bombay means like Bollywood or something like that. So, then we realized, I heard a few press conferences, then I realized, oh, stylist bhi celebrity hai Bombay mein. So I sent a message WhatsApp, can we get some stylist at least, because people are asking who's your celebrity. So, then she used her social media network, and Sunny Leon's stylist responded to her. So then, it's really great fun, because I would have never done things like that, coming from an NGO. So, Chinky Pandey's nephew, I don't know, vague characters whom, really don't know or heard about, but, they are celebrities. And if they're holding your bag or wearing your clothes and all, then everybody is like this. I don't remember the new heroine's name. Sorry, I don't mean it like that. It's just my age. I love younger people and I'm all for it, but I don't know that much of the latest. So she wore for Judwa 2 premiere clothes and bag, but she was wearing socks and sandals. So that was not fashionable. So it went viral that, she's wearing eco-friendly clothes, but it went viral because she was wearing socks and sandals. So then I said, oh boy, but it gets lots of likes to the Facebook and all that. So it is good fun. I'm really enjoying I enjoyed earlier part with my husband, with my daughter, and lots of friends, lots of network. I'm in a Shoka fellow. So I feel a journey of a social entrepreneur, okay, it doesn't convert too much into profits and all, because right on early you decide you're earning a non-profit, so obviously, it's not a regular life, but it's eventful. So, thank you for calling me, and that's for a bit of my journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much for amusing us and all the honesty. I love the fact that you work with your daughter. I work with my daughter too. So it's a Wednesday night, guys. What's your plan? Shall we ask Rinku, Madan, what's happening tonight?
Hello everyone, I'm Rinku. I made quite an entrance because this keeps going platform. Thank you. So I have to first say thank you to Harbeen. It is actually quite a feat to get so many accomplished people under one roof. It's seriously not a joke. And actually my meeting with her was also, I must relate this little anecdote. We met at the Foreign Correspondents Club, and she was wearing this lovely outfit, and as how pretty and she is. I just complimented her. It was really lovely. Within the next few days, something even nicer than what she was wearing. Something comes. I was not here. I was traveling, and I get a call that there's a parcel which has arrived, and it has a beautiful dress in it, a skirt, and a lovely dupatta, and a top, and I was like, who is Dr. Harbeen Arora? Seriously, this is the first time that, somebody, it was a very sweet gesture that you compliment someone and she just, and she knew my size. So, but to come back, so my journey, I don't have a speech, but I'm just going to talk about my journey. Nothing has been planned in my life. I have just been thrown into situations. I was married very young, and I never did anything for most of my life. But a panelist, I was sitting here and I was listening to in the previous session. She said something that we all have dreams in our eyes, which I also always did. I didn't know what they were though. I didn't know how to interpret them. I always knew I had to do something. I had to study. I had to do, but I didn't know how or what. So I guess when you wish for something and the universe actually conspires. I'm actually a true example of that. So I joined the Taj Mansingh Chambers as a chef. Chambers is a members only club. So I don't have a hospitality background. I went in, through connections. So I was obviously not bad, sorry. So they retained me. I was there for a number of years, about 4 years, before I decided to digress and I went out to study food writing because I couldn't, cope up with the hours of, managing a home and being a chef. It requires very unearthly hours. So I went to Manhattan, New York. That was the first time I actually stepped out alone. It was in 2010. So it's not been a very long journey, but it's been a journey which has been full of, like an action-packed movie, like 7 years, and lots has been happening. So I studied food writing at the Plenary Institute in Manhattan in Soho. I came back. I also studied wine pairing, so I'm also a certified wine pairist. So I came back and CNN International News offered me to join them, which I did. And while I was with them, the Times of India asked if I would like to be with them. They had lost their editor in the Bombay blasts. So unfortunately, that was a very unfortunate incident, but they found me somehow when I joined the Times of India. I was there for about 3 years still, and all this while I was in between, studying, giving, writing essays, to go to Harvard. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would ever be selected, because my essays also, when I would read them, I would feel that these are not Ivy League quality. Something you have these perceptions about the Ivy League, but I still anyhow sent them. And amongst 18 people whom they chose for what I did, I studied global journalism there. They chose me to be one of them from India. So I went to Harvard, I studied there, I came back, and it was, I think, one of the best decisions that I took. It really changed me and my mindset, and how I could never imagine that I could think like that. These are the things I could ever do. So I came back and I actually just follow my dreams. I don't even follow them. I'm just thrown into situations and I just follow them. And I realize, oh, this is what I wanted to do. So now I have my own website. I write on luxury. Obviously, hospitality takes the main cake because that's my background. Other than that, like I said, I design menus for restaurants, for airlines, and I make wine lists. So just yesterday, we were doing an alternative menu for a restaurant. It's a bar, it's a resto bar that's coming up, and they asked me that, can you give us something which is nice, but also on the healthier side. So I said, yeah, sure. I mean, that's the way it should be also, because there's not everybody who wants to eat refined flour and fried stuff and all that. So sat and thought, and we did a risotto out of barley, which actually turned out really good. So we did a pizza without using the refined flour base. We used vegetables. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with all of that. cheese which was low fat. So all these things. So it's actually very interesting to, this is a line where you dream about something and it materializes there and then in front of your eyes. So I'm quite an impatient person in that sense that, so when things happen immediately, I get very happy that, oh, this is what I envisioned, and it's taking shape immediately, and it also looks good, it tastes good too. So I basically focus on eating and what will make you look good and what will make you feel good. So those kinds of foods is what I propagate, because eating is a well-being thing. So you shouldn't have necessarily feel that you have to leave something and you feel oh my God, I wish I could have eaten that, but I can't eat, But so there are alternative methods to eat the same things, but which have the same taste. So that is what I generally do. I'm also on the panel with Dr. Rishi Khosla, who is the owner of Whole Foods. I am the taste specialist and she is the nutrition specialist. We do these cold pressed juices, and the company is called Migraines, and now we're venturing into salads and stuff which people can call for at home, and they're going to be very healthy and yet going to be really delicious. So things like this, life keeps taking you around everywhere so it's been a great journey, and thank you Harleen once more for, this is actually my debut here and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing everything. Ray Charles, the blues singer, once said that it's a man's world. I don't think so. Not in here. But we still like to hear what you have to say.
Well, very good morning to all the distinguished ladies here, and to a few good men. Since we don't have Tom Cruise here, we don't have Kevin Bacon, so a few good men, sure. But I think I need to first thank Dr. Harbeen and Vinayji for this wonderful opportunity. It's a great privilege to be here. I remember and cherish Vinayji's first meeting and Shubha. So Vinayji had met when I was doing this Jugalbandi with Dr. L. Subramaniam, and we had, I remember this very warm humility about him, and I was performing live on stage and he came and we met, and so with Dr. Harbeen long years back, and it was beautiful to meet them. So they're doing phenomenal stuff, and innovation and art and entrepreneurship is something which I'll share some moments of my learnings about. If you take care of innovation, I think entrepreneurship takes care of itself, I suppose. Because innovation and art, for me, was about art beyond art. For me, art is extremely potent tool for change. Okay, so here's the diya, and this is of course a 5-floor mural. Can we just have the diya images? This is with Dr. Kalam, and we did a book together. So it's a fantastic journey, which currently, you're all familiar with the diya, the earthen lamp, and we have the earthen lamp that we remember during Diwali, and that's the only time we remember it. I just broke its identity.